Hey, Kirsten.
Hello.
Right. So today, everybody, we are going to do another vowel video. We'll do a little poetry, a little freestyling like we usually do, so you can hear some different vowel sounds. And so without further introduction, why don't we go to today's vowel sounds?
All right. So I can start. Maybe you guys can listen and try to guess on your own what the sound I'm trying to emphasize is. So I was at home eating oatmeal when the phone rang. It was my friend who owns a home in Oklahoma.
Hmm. Yeah. Sounds like an O sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And specifically the longer O sound, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the O, and that's like a little longer. We're going to really use our vocal cords a little bit more with that.
Mhm.
Oh.
Absolutely. All right. So check this out. So when I was visiting Ontario,
Mhm.
I stopped in to go shopping at the Top Mall in Toronto.
Yeah, so that sounds like a shorter O, and you have ah, ah. So you're almost using the back of your throat instead of the
Mm,
deeper throat. So O, I think, comes from a little deeper spot. Ah comes from um, just like the back of the throat. Um,
yes, and you can really feel your mouth opening when you do the short O, opening, right? Um, and it almost can sound in some pronunciations. The short O can almost sound like an A. Right?
ah, yeah, yeah. You drop your jaw. Ah, and then with the long O, you're almost going to make a little O with your lips.
Mm,
Open, phone. The lips are a little bit more circular with that one. As
right,
opposed to ah, you have a circle, but it's a wider circle.
right. And in salute to our Canadian friends, the two words I used, Ontario, right? You see my mouth opening, Ontario.
Yeah, and then you have
Um,
that one is interesting because you have both the short and the long. So ah,
right, Ontario,
no.
Ontario, right? No, yeah. And Toronto. You really see my mouth moving
Mhm.
um, with the TOs at both ends, right?
Yeah, with all of these vowel sounds, I think it's really important to focus on how you're forming your mouth. The mouth
Mm,
shape when you create the sound really, really helps you get that pronunciation right so that you don't confuse people when you're trying to say a word, because a lot of words maybe are spelled the same or are very similar, but it's just that vowel sound that changes what the word is. So it's important to get these. Um, and hopefully this helped a little bit with that if you're having trouble with the long and short O.
right. Yes, absolutely. And just as a side note, and with that, we can conclude this video. Canadians, or many Canadians, actually don't pronounce the second T in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll talk about Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But even there, with that pronunciation, it's still Toronto. Your mouth forms the O. It's the long O.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, we tapped into that idea of blending sounds, and you might get some more videos after we're done with this series, just tapping into that a little more. So
All right.
a little pre-
Okay. Well, thank you, Kirsten.
yeah, no problem. Bye everybody.
Bye, everyone.